Hey everyone, so today's video is about how to use a green screen for basic photography. Green screens are often used in movies for special effects and things like that. But I'm going to show you how, as a photographer, you can use a green screen. It actually will save you cost on some other photography gear, so such as more lights and background material. So all you do is come up with standard green screen cloth. Okay, it's nothing special other than a sheet that is just a solid, vibrant green. What I'm showing you here is kind of a very basic, not the perfectly proper way to do things, but you want to hang it up typically on a wall, as a curtain rod, something like that. And you want to eliminate the amount of wrinkles in it as much as possible, so it's evenly hung and you can even iron it. I have it on the floor because I'm just going to do a product shot with it, but I got this from Amazon for, I think you can get it less than $50. The one I got is actually a little bit too big. I don't need it this big, but yeah, basic sheet that's green. So now I have my 5D Mark II, and I'm going to take some product photos with it. I'm using an LED light system. Sorry if I'm having focusing issues. And I will begin. So I'm on a tripod. The key thing is you want to keep the background fairly evenly lit. Okay, sorry about the focus, folks. I'm using the Fuji X100 for this, and the video mode it looks nice, but the autofocus is horrible. Anyway, so this is the background. I'm going to get a product now, and I'll just kind of randomly pick. Let's see here. Let's get the Microtech SOCOM knife. How long it takes to focus. Ugh. Okay. So we're going to lay it out on the floor basically. Let's do this side. Okay. And we'll start at the photo here. Okay, so I have the the knife in focus on my 5D. I'm just going to take a picture, and that's it. So it's just a straight picture. I'll do one other one with a different aperture value, a little darker there. And trying to hold the camera and take the picture at the same time. That's it. So now I'm going to download, I'm going to import the photo, and we'll move on to the next segment. Okay, CF card loaded into my Dell monitor slot here. I'm going into Lightroom and launching that. Alright everyone, so what we're going to do now is import the photos that I just took with using my green screen. So I'm going to Adobe Lightroom. I'm going to import the ones that I took. I did 4, and I'm going to import them in my standard My Photos from My Pictures directory. Import, and let's see how they look. Okay, 5D Mark II files are pretty big, and let's see, definitely vibrant green there. I could have used a flash instead of my LED lighting device, but I figured this is good enough, and I happen to already have it set up. So that's, let's see here, let's see how it refines. Not bad. I'm looking for versions that are very sharp, vibrant. Maybe this first one I took is one of the best ones. Yeah, ooh, there's a lot of noise in that. I wonder what happened there. It looks like I somehow, my auto ISO shot up to 6,400 for some reason. Well, I didn't check that part, so that's kind of a bummer. Let's see what this ISO 5000 is set to, how it looks. Okay, so it's sharp. I think this is going to be the one that I'm going to have to use. So I'm going to go into the development module and just kind of double check for any kind of flaws like this little spot here. I think that I don't need all the extra area, so I'm going to crop it. Okay. See if it spatially looks correct here. I always like things a little bit to the side. So now what you do is finalize any kind of further Lightroom issues that you may have. I think it's good enough here. And now I'm going to go to Edit in Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so now what's happening is I need to go in and remove the green screen. This is the core of the process here. So for less than $50, even $20, you can get this green screen. And rather than having multiple lights set up, $500 a speed light or whatever it is now, so what you do is, come on, where's my layers? There it is. You go up to select color range, you pick a green spot, and what you want to do is use the slider fuzziness to see where the image is of the knife is pretty well refined. See, there's distortion there and there's blended with the background. Here you want to get the solid image of the knife. Hit OK, and basically it has selected everything but the knife. Now what you do, you go up to, I like to just use the pencil, and I make it large in size, not opacity, large in size. Here we go. Okay, good enough. I want to make it a white background, solid 255 white, and I just paint over the areas. Yes, I know I could use the fill as well, but I don't know. I like a little bit more control. There's areas that sometimes, it doesn't always work perfect. So you can see that was a completely fast way to remove the background there. You'll notice that there's a little bit of distortion. It wasn't solid white everywhere. It's because the green is still present in a couple areas. I'll zoom in. You can see around the knife edges and these little ripples of color here. What you can do, I keep going there, what you can do is go up and redo it again. You go select color range, and you need to find an area of green. This is where it gets a little bit difficult. So you have to adjust fuzziness. Okay, so I'm going to try this, the solid black of the knife. So it picks up, it picks random little spots. Not random, but close enough. So it's going to, ooh, yeah, so you have to reset your color here every time you select a color. So you can see I'm getting just a little bit closer each time. So you can go in once more, select a color, okay. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting to do that. You have to go back to solid white and paint over it. Okay, so you can see that it's got most of the off-white color gone at this point. And you can do minor touch-ups with your brush or pencil here. You can see there's a little bit of color around the knife. You can get even more detailed with the color range here again. You can remove green from your color range in Photoshop. You can do an adjustment layer. Let's do saturation. It's a little bit of a trial and error. This method is not going to be perfect all the time, but it gives you an alternative to maybe an expensive light system. Okay, so we took a little bit more green out of there. Okay, so that's it, folks. You can proceed with the image at this point.